And good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Friday edition of Tyngsborough TV Live. I am Town Media Director Steve Brogan, and it is finally Friday. Thank goodness. I can't believe it. And yet, we were lucky enough to be blessed with rain, snow, sleet, and all this other fun stuff that's dropping on our heads. Hooray for that. Hopefully you guys all got dug out and got on with your days okay, and everybody got to school and all that as well. As always, don't forget you can watch this broadcast on the multiple places that we put it. Facebook, you can chime in and ask questions if you'd like. You can also watch it on YouTube and chime in and ask questions there. You can watch it on Verizon and Comcast, Verizon 29, Comcast Channel 8 here in Tyngsborough, and at tyngsboroughma.gov on our in-house and streaming. So you can check us out a bunch of different ways. Also, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. That really helps get people seeing the pages and getting the pages out further. And also spreading the message out to your neighbors and stuff so they can get this information as well. So I have two special guests this morning. Number one, we're going to talk to Miss Julie Iatron. Hi, Julie.
Hi, how are you?
Good morning. Good, thank you. Just come right up on your mic. Pull yourself in. There you go. Yeah. And also, I have the lovely and talented Allison Page with us this morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. She is our town recreation director. So we're going to be talking about the festival coming up, our Festival of Trees coming up in another week. So stand by for that. We're going to have a good chat. And Julie is here to talk with us about what happens at the library.
Yes.
Yes. So you're not an unfamiliar face. You've been on a couple times now.
Yeah. I feel like this is old hat.
Right. Yeah. Yep. So you were here talking about Winsole Studios, but we're not going to talk about yoga today, even though I could totally use some yoga. We're going to talk about what goes on in the library.
Yeah.
So tell me. Let's start first. Tell me about your role at the Tyngsborough Public Library.
So I serve on the board of library trustees, which is one of our elected volunteer positions here in town. And we kind of serve a supporting role for the staff and the library director.
Okay.
And we also do advocacy for the library and the community, just to kind of make sure that everyone is aware of the resources that the library has to offer, that we're on top of what the library needs to do in order to meet Massachusetts state qualifications. So just kind of keeping our finger on the pulse of what's going on in public libraries.
Excellent. So you're like support to the director of the library, basically, and promotions.
Yes. So we actually view ourselves as support for the staff. So all of the staff, everyone from the director, to folks who are working the desk and interacting with patrons. Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So what kind of services does the library offer? It's not just books anymore. I know
no, it's not just books anymore. Yeah. No. So I sort of feel like libraries have really changed and evolved in the roles that they serve to our communities, and I think that libraries are becoming more of a community gathering place, and library offerings are kind of changing to better reflect the needs of the community. So we still have books, we still have magazines. But we all have DVDs, we have video games,
musical instruments.
Musical instruments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Freegal, that's a pretty cool service.
We have Freegal, yes. You can download music. We also have library passes that you can borrow and go to all different museums.
Right. I've taken advantage of that a few times. Actually, the aquarium, New England Aquarium's awesome. Those are some good passes right there.
Yeah, and actually I'm really excited because we recently purchased some additional passes for the Tyngsborough Library. So I think a lot of times when people think about museum passes, they think about kind of some of the big Boston ones. So definitely the aquarium, maybe the MFA, but we also now have a pass for the Peabody Essex Museum in Salem.
Oh, that's a good museum.
Yeah, which is a great museum.
I've been there a few times.
Tower Hill Botanical Gardens, which is down in Boylston.
Another beautiful place. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you ever get the chance to get out to Tower Hill, that is a spot to go in the springtime, obviously, when things are green.
You can go in the wintertime,
You
too.
can. It's not quite as exciting, I think, in the winter because you only have the atrium, but a beautiful spot, no less. You can have weddings and stuff there, too, which is really cool. Yeah.
I don't think our pass covers weddings.
You probably not. Yeah. I doubt that.
Yeah.
You could at least go watch a wedding, maybe.
You could go watch a wedding, I guess, maybe, with the pass. But yeah.
Excellent.
So, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, so the other side of it now is promotions. Now you're talking about telling people about things that happen at the library. Obviously, this is one of them. Probably this qualifies as well. So, what else do you do to help promote the library?
Well, we try to be pretty visible in town at different events. So, we're having our holiday open house coming up on Monday, December 3rd, and we love to sort of see folks from the community come to that. and it gives us a chance to interact with them. We try to be visible at town meetings. We try to make sure that we're present at budget meetings, just so that the community kind of sort of recognizes that the library has this group of people who advocate for our community library.
Excellent. Cool. So what other things did you want to let us know about today as far as the library?
I just kind of wanted to sort of just help people kind of understand how much the library has to offer. So in addition to being able to physically come to the library and use Wi-Fi and connect with other members of the community,
which is pretty popular. A lot of people do that.
Yeah, yeah. And I know, especially as we're coming into the winter and we had a 2-hour delay this morning,
right?
The library does serve as a warming station for the town of Tyngsborough. So I know last year, this time of year, when we had power outages, I live in the part of town where, when we lose power, it's the 4-day. Like
isn't that all Tyngsborough?
Yeah. And it feels like our corner is like we're always waiting and waiting. So we were always here, charging phones and doing all that good stuff, just kind of giving a break from our home. And it was nice to be able to have just like a different place to go to.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah. And we have all kinds of online resources. So we have a great database for legal documents. And
what's that one called?
New Way, I think. The information, of course.
That is a
right
good one, though, because there's the ones online that you can go to, which some of the documents are free, some of them you have to pay for, but this one's totally free.
It's free with your library card. Yeah,
right.
So it's New Way Legal Documents, and there's a link from the library website. And you enter in your library card, and then you can get access to a lot of basic legal documents. So if you wanted to, put together a simple will, or if you have a car that you're trying to sell, they have some basic, transfer of title documents, and you can fill out all your information right there through this particular database and print it, and then you have an official document that you can use to sell the car or, to have your will intact.
Excellent. Good. So lots of good options, not just books, obviously, things you can get from the library. Your library card is free.
Yes.
You are also part of the consortium of libraries, correct?
Yes, we are. And I think that's a really important part, I think, to being a public library in the state of Massachusetts. And I know for me, I take advantage a lot of requesting materials from other libraries in our consortium. So we're part of the Merrimack Valley Library Consortium.
How many are in the consortium? I forget. It's like 16, I think.
I
forget the number exactly.
Know that. Yeah, there's a lot. And so if we don't have a particular title here in Tyngsborough, we can request it and have it sent here. And then if you can't find it in our consortium, then we can go to the state level as well. And your local library card gets you access to that. And I know I use that a lot when I'm looking for particularly like teaching materials. If I want to sort of go through a syllabus from a class that maybe I took and I don't necessarily want to buy them all, I'll request them so I can flip through them and then see like, oh, this one's really good. I like that one. Or this one doesn't necessarily fit with what I'm looking for, and I don't have to pay for it.
Yeah, that's a good way to do it. Right.
Yeah.
And like you said, you can get, if the Tyngsborough Public Library doesn't physically have the book, and they can get it from any one of these consortium members and get these. Now, what about other things aside from books, like movies or other supplies that other libraries have? Can you get that through the consortium
You
as
can
well?
get DVDs. That may vary depending on individual library policies. So I think video games are kind of, you have to show up in person to get them.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense, right?
But DVDs can get transferred between libraries. CDs, they're still making them, right? So
I think so, yeah.
Them. Yeah.
I just got one not too long ago, so I'm pretty sure they're still making them.
Yeah, at least they're still making them for libraries. So
right.
Yeah.
That's funny. Now, how about events at the Tyngsborough Public Library? Because there are quite a few events
there are a lot,
that happen,
yes.
Including the book sale, but there's a multitude of other events that happen throughout the year.
So we have we had our big book sale that's sponsored by the Friends of the Library, and then we do have our big holiday event that's kind of a collaboration between the staff and the trustees and the Friends. And as I said, that's Monday, December 3rd from 4:30 to 7:30. And so we always welcome people. We want people to come. We like to make it very fancy. So there's always a theme of decorations, and then everything gets sort of tied into that theme. So people tend to get really excited to find out what the theme for each year is.
Okay. As you're talking, I'm going to pull up the calendar so we can show the
absolutely. Yeah. So that's coming up, and that's super exciting. And we have some holiday events that are coming up too. So we do have a visit with the Man in Red
The Men in Red.
The
What's
Man
that
in
one?
Red,
Or the
you
man?
know.
Oh, right. Of course.
Of course, right?
You said the Men in Red, and I'm like, wait, who are the Men in Red?
Just
Not
the
in
man.
black, yeah, in red.
Right. No,
Totally
the
had me
man in
confused
red. The man and the woman in red.
This broadcast brought to you by caffeine.
Yeah.
It's early, guys.
Yeah, so that's Saturday, December 1st at 10 a.m. So
Okay.
Santa and Mrs. Claus will be here.
Excellent.
And then Saturday the 8th, we have a holiday dance performance. And this year, I believe it's Center Stage Dance Academy.
Will that be in Town Hall, or is that going to be at the Old Town Hall?
I think
Hopefully that doesn't confuse
actually,
people.
no, I don't think it's Old Town Hall. I think it's here in
Okay.
this space. So,
Cool.
yeah. We love having events in Old Town Hall and try to do it when we can. Then that becomes an issue of staffing. We have to make sure we have people here and
Right.
there.
Yeah.
So,
It is a great
yeah.
performance space. You just had
We had
Lulu
the
recently.
the Chinese acrobat, yeah,
right.
which was great.
Yeah. How did
So
that one go?
It went really well. Yeah, it was really. I think last year was the first time that we did an event in Town Hall, and we really liked it. So it's nice to be able to have that much space, and I think to be able to sort of have that collaboration with another building in town, I think is always exciting. You know, the library loves to collaborate with the schools and with other town departments, so that's really great.
Excellent. Yeah.
Yeah.
Any other big events that you want to?
We have a digital photography class that's coming up in the new year.
Okay.
And that is something that I think we ran. I'm not sure if we started it this past year, but it was.
That's the one with Nick DePasquale,
yes,
right?
it was very successful. And so we have another series that's starting in January. So folks who, you know, kind of want to learn maybe how to use that digital camera that you've sort of had for a long time and just clicked it to auto and then just are riding it out.
There's a lot of people who use auto.
Yes,
I
yeah.
sometimes am included in
Yeah,
that also.
no, I'm very much included in that. So if you'd like to switch the dial away from auto, then you know the digital photography class would be an awesome option.
Right. It's a good way to get yourself more comfortable with the settings on your camera so that you
Yes.
understand them. You know, what's the ISO, what's the, aperture and all these different things. And then, when you're on manual, you can get a much nicer shot. Auto will auto everything, but it doesn't necessarily make it look as good as it could
Right.
because your camera can do much better a lot of times than auto can. So
Yeah.
yeah. Cool. That is a good class though.
Yeah, so that's really exciting, and we always have great programs for the kids. So we have regular weekly programs that happen or bi-weekly. So story time and
Very popular. Yeah. Kids
and
yoga.
Kids yoga,
Yeah.
which I love.
Yeah, Miss Ellen, she does a great job.
Miss
Yeah.
Ellen does an excellent job. Yeah,
Yeah.
actually, my younger daughter, who is 7, her yoga beginnings were with Miss Ellen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, back at 3 when we
Oh,
would
wow,
come.
cool.
So yeah.
Yeah. It's a good age to get kids into yoga. We ended up talking about yoga. Look at that.
We did. I can always bring it back. So yoga and books are like where it's my sweet spot. So yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Any other big ones coming up, or is
I think
that
for
about it?
programs, that's good. I think
Okay.
I would love for folks to know that if you have any kind of like e-reader, or even if you like to use your phone or your tablet, the Merrimack Valley Library Consortium has electronic books as well.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, and so we started out using a platform called Overdrive, and Overdrive worked to help create an app. So there's something it's called Libby, Libby,
Okay.
and you can download the app and have it on your phone, and then you can request electronic books or audiobooks through the Libby app.
Excellent.
And then when they're available, you can check them out and download them to your e-reader or play them on your phone or whatever other device.
Now, is that list the same as what would be available on paper, or is it like a condensed version of that, or more than what's on paper?
Yes, so there are some materials that are available electronic that you can't get in paper, and then sometimes there's overlap between what we have in a print collection and what we have available electronically. But I know, as people kind of say, well, what's the point of the library anymore? And I'll say, well, do you know that there are ebooks available? Do you know that we have this? Do you know that we have that? So
well, and to at least my point anyways, is you don't have to, you don't even have to pay for your library card. It's free.
Yes.
For the most part. You don't have to go on, Amazon or any of those places to buy the
No.
book, which generally aren't super expensive, but some of them can be, even an ebook can be. But it's free. You
Right.
don't have to pay. So it's that nice resource that doesn't cost you anything but a little bit of time to go get your library card and interact with the services that you have. So.
Yeah, and we actually have an email list that you can subscribe to it's called Wowbrary, and you'll get a weekly email of all of the new titles for the Tyngsborough Library. So it's basically like a list of this is what we acquired this week.
Oh, cool. Excellent.
And I love that because I go through it and then I place all my holds for basically new materials that and then I want to borrow. So
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. You know, it's another thing that the library offers that you can't get through online purchases of books and things like that is a person
Yes.
to talk to. You know, you can
Yes.
talk to any one of the library staff, ask questions. What are their favorite authors that maybe, you know, I like author X. Who's similar to that? And you can ask these kind of questions. Yeah, you can Google it, sure, you can do that. But you can actually ask somebody and get somebody's opinion. Oh, this was a really good book. Or maybe this one wasn't so good.
Right, and
No.
Google isn't foolproof.
Exactly,
Either, as I
yes.
tell people. So yeah, and we actually do we do tech appointments too. So if anyone kind of keep it in mind, if anyone gets a new device for the holidays and they open it and then they're like, well, how do I make it work? You can make an appointment. We have a lot of flexible options for times that you know you can bring your device and actually sit down with someone and they'll help you sort of learn how to navigate it.
Is that the one that Joe Delgadio is doing? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah.
So Joe's
he's very
great.
smart.
He's
Yep.
excellent. Yeah. And he is very responsive and loves to have appointments. So if anyone make an appointment, Joe he'll hook you up.
And he loves technology.
He
so
does,
that helps.
and he's on the board of trustees
Right,
as
he is.
well.
That's right.
Yeah,
You're
so
right.
that's sort of I think all the trustees are very passionate about this library in particular, but I think about libraries and reading and literacy in general. So
Excellent.
Yeah.
So lots of really great stuff to get at the library. It's obviously not just books anymore.
No.
One other thing actually before we wrap it up is the book sale that you have every 6 months. When can people start donating books that they want to get rid of towards the book sale?
So we'll take donations year round as long as we have space for them. So
Okay.
I mean, if it's sort of one of those things where if you're doing sort of like a pre-holiday clean and you've got a few books, that's great. If you're cleaning out your house after however many years of living there and you're talking boxes and boxes of books, we may not have the space to handle that until closer to the book sale. So
Okay.
maybe try to plan all of your estate auctions around like the spring and fall. So then we're all set.
There
we
you
can
go.
just roll it right in.
And do you just take books or do you take other
No,
items
we
as
take
well?
we take books, DVDs, CDs. So yeah, and I think the only thing we don't take are magazines.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody really wants those.
Yeah.
Puzzles and things like that as
Yes.
well. Yeah. Very
Mhm.
popular. I picked up some good puzzles last
Yeah.
two book sales ago. Yeah. A lot of
Yeah.
cool stuff there.
And
so.
it's also another chance too, I think, to just kind of connect with people in the community. So there's always some sort of bake sale or other component to the book sale, and it's just we were here book sale day, and just even if you don't buy anything, just to kind of walk through and say hello to people. And I always like to browse and see what comes in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's some good stuff. There was even the last couple of years, there was quite a few Blu-rays, things like that.
Yes.
So, it's not just old DVDs from whenever, old Bugs Bunny cartoons and stuff. There's like some good, current content that
Yeah,
comes through here. So a lot of
absolutely.
really cool stuff. So,
Yeah.
so excellent. Thank you, Julie.
Thank you.
That is Julie Iatron from she's on the Board of Trustees for the library, telling us about some of the many things that the library offers. If you have questions about other offerings at the library, you want to see the calendar, go to tinglib.org, TYNGLIB.org, and you can check out their calendar and all the other stuff that's coming up. That's about it. You can check out Freegal and the legal
Yes.
documents and all that other cool stuff. New Wave, I think it was,
New
right?
Wave, yes.
New Wave, yeah. So there's lots of really cool stuff at the library that you can take advantage of, and it's all free, guys. I mean, seriously, what better price is there than that? There's not
Not
much you can
better.
get for free anymore.
No.
Yeah, no. So thank you again, Julie. I
You're
appreciate your
welcome.
time. And we'll see you next
We'll see you at
time
the
when you decide
holiday
to
open
come in.
house.
That's right. I'll be there
Yeah.
for the open house. We'll be taking some pictures and stuff, so I'm
Good,
sure I'll see you
sounds
around.
good. All right.
And don't forget to come out December 3rd, you said, right?
Yes.
What time was that?
It starts at 4:30.
4:30.
Yep,
Okay,
so
so
4:30 to 7:30.
right. So
we
at the
have
end of
live
work, you can.
music.
Oh, there you go. All right. And there's a little bit of some food and
There's
stuff
a
as well.
lot
yeah?
of food.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
Good.
a lot of food. So
Cool. So you can
Mhm.
come down to the library, have a
Yeah.
snack, and hang out with the folks and get to know everybody there, and maybe check out some books and some other services
Yeah.
while you're there, and get your library card if you don't have that already.
Mhm.
So, all right. Thank you again, Julie.
thank you.
And I'm going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to chat with Allison Page about the coming Festival of Trees. So stay with us, everybody. Hang out. All right, everybody, and we're back. And as I said, my guest is sitting across from me, Miss Allison Page, the award-winning Parks and Recreation Director for the town of Tyngsborough.
Yes.
Very excited. I feel honored to have you here.
Oh, thank you. I feel honored to have the committee I have, honestly.
You do have a good committee. You have a
I
very
have
dedicated group of people
I
that
do.
help you.
You know, it's like anything else. Nothing happens from one person.
Right.
So,
Right.
I mean, the people who are part of the committee definitely make things run. So, happy to accept the award, but it's definitely not a one-person thing. It's definitely the committee award as well.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So what we're going to chat about is the upcoming Festival of Trees. You have so many other things that you do, but this is the one big event that we want to promote and let folks know. But if you haven't heard already, I mean, I'm sure probably most people have heard about this at this point. Your Facebook page has had over 63,000 reaches, so you know I'm guessing most everybody's seen this, but maybe not everybody.
Right.
You know,
If
so
not,
somebody.
you will now.
Right.
Take
Exactly.
a peek.
Right.
Yeah. So we've been trying to post different things that are going to be happening. So this is our 10th annual Festival of Trees. So we are very excited about having a expanded event this season. So not only will we have our traditional festival with all of the trees and raffle items and children's crafts in our boutique, we've expanded into an outdoor event. So we're kind of having a twofold event outdoors this year.
Very excited about this part, by the way.
It is. It's
Yes.
going to be fun, I think.
Yeah.
As long as we don't get the weather we had last night. But you know what?
Talk about it.
It's going to be the holidays, so you just got to go with it.
It could happen. It's New England.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, so on Friday night, we've added an ice house event is what we're calling it. So we have a heated, tented event. We have brought in Navigation Brewery, who is going to serve
Great
their
beer.
craft beers.
Yeah, good choice.
Yep. And then we have Nolo, who is part of the Stonehenge operation here
Right,
in
yeah, yeah.
Tyngsborough. They're going to come in and serve wine.
Oh,
Also
there you
provide us with some appetizers.
go.
And we have Maeve's Kitchen from town coming in, who are also going to provide us with some appetizers. And they're known for their meatballs, so I'm hoping that's what they're bringing.
So we had lunch from there yesterday for the
Yes.
Thanksgiving dinner. It was phenomenal. Maeve's dinner does a really, or Maeve's
Kitchen.
does
Yeah,
a really good
yeah.
job. Maria,
Maria
she
and
does
Victor.
a fantastic job. Yes.
Yeah.
Excellent food.
Yeah.
And they remembered to bring cranberry sauce. Hooray! So they are okay in my book.
And it was really good cranberry sauce
It was,
as
yes.
well. Yeah.
Yeah. It wasn't the canned stuff.
No.
Yeah, good stuff.
No, they do a great job. So we have, I think, a really nice lineup there. So that's a 21 plus event. It is not children orientated. So, you have to have 21 and of course ID with you to enter into the tent that evening.
Right. Yeah.
But what I didn't get to was that night we also have guitarists coming in. So
Oh, cool.
Mike and Mike, I don't know if anybody, they sing around locally. They're really good,
Okay.
fun people. So it should be a nice little take. So come in, have a glass, something to eat, listen to some music, and then you can go off and go look at the trees. So we will have the trees open as well at the same time.
And so where is the tent going to be placed?
The tent is going to be across by the common.
Okay.
Not on the common, but right there. So directly across the street. So
Excellent.
it should be easy access.
Cool.
Yeah.
So it's going to be heated. It's going to have beer and wine and food. And entertainment. I mean,
yeah.
what more could you possibly
Yeah.
want?
Yeah.
You know, you can, and it's all part of the Festival of Trees, which has grown. Like, I mean, I remember the first year I was here, it wasn't small, obviously by any means, but you've definitely each year you've expanded a little more and a little more. And this seems like for the 10th, you really outdid yourself this time.
We're trying. Well, in fact, we were discussing our first year. We were actually up at Pheasant Lane Mall, and I think we had 20 trees if we were lucky the very first year. So we've definitely.
It was at the Pheasant Lane Mall the first year?
It was.
Really?
Yes. Yep.
That's interesting.
I know. Well, the building wasn't. We didn't have buildings at that
Oh,
time.
right. Old Town Hall wasn't even.
Right.
Yeah.
And then we were able to use Littlefield Library, a little history. We moved from the mall into the Littlefield Library, which, it expanded as time goes on. And then when we were finally able to open it into the new expanded space at Old Town Hall, it just opened up that space for, more development of our events and whatnot. And knock on wood, I'm hoping that next year, number 11, we'll be able to go between the two new buildings for town.
Right. Yeah. The
We'll be able
newly
to-
renovated
yes,
First Parish
the
Meeting House.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that should be great as well.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
really going to be.
Yeah.
Like all good things, we tend to start off nomadic, and then we eventually find our place, our
Yes.
home, and then we can start making
Exactly.
things even better.
Yeah.
Peg's the same way.
Wink, wink.
Right.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, so then we'll go on to our new event on Saturday as well. So it's keeping with the Ice House theme. Same location across the street, but it's more family friendly. This is definitely a family event. We have the Ice House Street Fair. We have local food vendors coming in. We have some entertainment in the tent. The children's craft activities will be outside. We are just going to have like a fun little street fair going on. So there's games to play, there's face painting, there's, trying to think what else. We have vendors selling all kinds of Christmas things, so you can actually do shopping. So come prepared to shop.
That's a nice aspect of this festival, that you do have some extra like little things to look at, trinkets that you can buy, and there's like some really nice stuff. The alpaca made things, and there's teddy bears, and like there's some cool stuff there.
Yeah, we had some great
they're
vendors.
chic.
We have some great vendors this year as well. That's in our boutique, and that's not just Saturday. So that's the whole 4 days we're open. That boutique is open, and we have some great crafters locally here. So come and get some unique gifts for your family and friends. It's a very nice little addition. So that's about our new. And then traditionally, we will have our opening night. We usually have some sort of a paint night or a craft night of some sort. So this year we've hired the Canvas Road Show to come in, and basically it's wooden signage. So you're making your own custom wooden sign.
That's cool.
Sign up online. There's a link that will get you there. So that's our Thursday night event. That's actually opening night, Thursday night event. And it, again, is a beer or wine event. So 21 plus again.
Which is good. So you have, the nice thing is you have stuff for the kids, obviously Santa, the man in red, we should say, and all that stuff, and the trees and everything. But then you have some stuff for the adults as well, which is cool. It's not just all kids events.
No. So
which is fine, but it's nice to have some adult things.
Right, and we like to spread it out. So we like to get a different audience because everybody usually likes to come and see the trees, but then there are other options for events for you to do as well. So then on Friday we start off the day with our senior sip and see, we call it. So it's a free tea and cookies and little treats for our senior citizens. We host that. They get to go upstairs, look at all of the trees, and enjoy that. And following that, we have cookie decorating, which is for children. It's a $4 event. We have Bittersweet Bakery right here in town make us fabulous big cookies for the kids to decorate, and they're all homemade. She does a great job.
If you want to see 30 kids on a sugar rush, go to that.
Come join us.
Nuts. Literally, it's crazy.
Yeah, that's Friday afternoon, but it's always fun. The kids love it.
They have a good time.
They do. It's really cute.
Yeah.
So they usually don't make it home. They're usually eating them before they leave. It's really cute.
I think I ate somebody's cookie last year. It was delicious.
So you do need to pre-register for that. So click on our website and get your registration in. It's not a walk-in event. We need to know how many we have ahead of time.
Right.
So that's our Friday night, and then back to Saturday is we're open early all day. Our Ice House Street Fair will end with again. The couple from the North Pole is coming this year, not just one. So
the man and lady in red.
The man and lady in red. Will come and help us count down and light the common. So all of the tree, lighting will take place then. And my committee is working on some nice new added extras this year, I'll call them right now. So where I won't divulge what they are.
Yeah, don't give it away.
I won't give it away.
We'll let them find out.
But we have some nice additions that's going to be hopefully pretty spectacular.
Cool.
Yeah, so that'll be fun as well.
Very cool.
Yeah.
We're going to try to do the Friday daytime. We're going to try to do a special broadcast if it's possible, provided the weather cooperates, because we have something planned. So don't hold me to this one. I'm actually on vacation next week, so I'm going to come in off vacation for that to see if we can pull that one off. But again, weather permitting.
Right.
But it should be pretty fun. But we'll reveal some more things on the Friday, and you can get kind of a. I'll just say you can get maybe a bird's eye view of some of the things that are going to happen. So so that should be pretty cool.
So that should be fun. And then we end our weekend with it's a boxwood tree. Usually we do an arrangement or centerpiece or some sort of floral type design on Sunday. So that's another one. Maureen Guerin, who's from Blossoms, is going to come in and teach us how to make a boxwood tree. And again, that's on our page, but you do need to register for it because it does require supplies.
Okay.
But they're beautiful and they last forever. So if you're looking for some nice gift for someone, and it would be handmade because you would actually have made it, or you want a nice arrangement somewhere in your entryway or on a dining room table would be fabulous as well. Those are always fun, and she's a great instructor, so it's easy to do. If you think, oh, I can't do that, you can with Maureen. She's really good about.
Now, this is the centerpieces you're talking about?
Yes, so
Okay,
they're called boxwood trees.
Oh,
so
okay,
boxwood is the materials that we use, and it's actually a tree.
Was this the one they did? Did I see this last year, or is this new?
Well, we did do it last year, but
Okay.
last year it was an arrangement. It was a little different, so it was an arrangement.
Okay, yeah.
Yep.
That's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah,
then.
but
Okay.
those were beautiful too.
They were very
so
nice.
every year we do something, and yeah, they're great, and it's fun to learn how to do it. You think you can't do it, and step by step, and it's pretty great.
Yeah. As long
Yeah.
as somebody's there coaching you, I'd have this
Exactly.
weird, crazy-looking thing with arms sticking out. or
But you
whatever.
wouldn't when you were done,
Right, yeah.
unless that's what you wanted.
Somehow the instructor would get me back
Yeah.
on track. I'm not sure how, but yeah, it would work out hopefully.
Yeah.
So there's also so folks know there's also the aspect of the trees that
Yes.
those trees go home with people.
Yeah.
And
So I guess
maybe we
that
can
is
talk
the
about
main
that.
event,
Right, the main part of the Festival of Trees.
Yes. So basically, we have lots of local businesses. We have residents. We have community groups. We have scout troops, and they make trees. So they donate a tree or a wreath. Some actually do centerpieces as well. And they're very good. We have great sponsors for this event, very loyal sponsors for this event. And you walk around, it's all set up, and we'll have both floors set up actually this year, the lower level and the main entry level of the Old Town Hall, all with trees. You can purchase raffle tickets or not. It is a free event. You do not have to pay to get in the door. Purchase some raffle tickets. It's like a penny sale. You put your ticket in the corresponding bins that you like that tree. On Sunday night, we close down the event and we start drawing raffle numbers and call everybody up. And on Monday, you come and pick up your winnings.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah. So not only can you come and check out some cool trees, but you can maybe even have one of those cool trees in your living room.
Right.
For Christmas.
Something new, right?
Yeah,
Something new.
And they're cool because you do. I mean, these trees are all unique. These aren't trees like you go to the store, you buy a tree, and you get some of the balls and the tinsel and whatever. These are like you do a really nice job putting, and the folks that come up with some of these other ideas as well, because you don't do all of them, obviously. You
Not
do
anymore,
a bunch of
no. I used to try, but not anymore. I do have a great design team behind me, so it's wonderful. We have 3 women who are working diligently decorating some trees, and some pretty cool trees this year. I'm not gonna say again, but there's some pretty great ideas. Some, way out of the box, which you kind of go, I would have never thought of that. And others that are just very traditional and just like that beautiful homey feel. And again, we range from, a 9-foot tree to the little mini trees, which is anything under 18 inches. So there's a great variety of things to look at.
Maybe for a taste of it after, we can share last year's photos so people can check out and see some of the trees, some of the types of trees you may see. They won't obviously be the same. There was one last year, though, that was really cool. It was like, I want to say it was like 2 or 3 different trees, and then you had mirrors for water, and there was a deer in it. And, I mean, it was incredible. Like, wow, I don't even know where I would put that thing, but, super cool. Like, some just really amazing stuff.
Right, yeah. Yeah, that was a nice little vignette together of things. But, I mean, we have some pretty great things this year as well. So, and we have raffle items, too. So if you're not interested in the trees to take home, just come, peruse the trees. And then we have fabulous raffle items this year. One of our committee members is fabulous for getting all of these things together for us. And she's come up with, you name it, museum passes, dinner, cooking lessons. We have rounds of golf with carts for a foursome. You name it, we have it. So come and also look at those.
Did you mention sports tickets?
I don't think we have any
Did you get any this year?
sports
No?
tickets.
Oh, last year you had, I think,
Well, we
Red
have
Sox
sports
and
items. I don't have any tickets, but we do have a Red Sox item. But
it all
no,
depends on what people donate.
Exactly. Yeah. But still, it's worth the look. So come and look at those as well.
Yeah, definitely. So I was just showing the Facebook page. If you want to get more information, there's a bunch of info there as far as the dates and times.
Yep.
And do you have a list? Is the list of the events on the Facebook page, or is that on the website?
It's actually on the website. So
Okay.
I do try to keep posting different events on the Facebook page. You would have to scroll through the page to see. But if you go on the website, there is a full listing of dates and times of things, as well as the links to register if you're interested in doing, the sign or the boxwood tree or cookie decorating. You can register right off of the website.
And the website was again?
TyngsboroughRec.com, and it's full spelling, OUGH rec.com.
Spelled the right way.
Spelled the traditional way.
The traditional way, yeah. There's no right and wrong,
Yeah.
wrong, I guess, on that one, yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. So you can get all of the information for the festival coming up at tyngsboroughRec.com and also on the Facebook page. Don't forget to, so you can kind of get a gauge for how many people want to come. Maybe you can go and like the page and say that you're interested or not. That's helpful, just so you can kind of see some numbers anyways,
Yeah, and I think that by liking the page, it keeps you in our loop as
Right,
well.
that's
So if
true,
maybe, you're looking at a post that I posted about, the boutique, but that's really not your thing. But if you don't like our page, then you're not going to get the information about the Ice House event. So definitely like our page. So we actually have 2 Facebook pages, just to clarify that as well. We do have the traditional Tyngsborough Recreation and Parks page, as well as a separate page for just the Festival of Trees, and it's Holiday Festival of Trees.
Okay.
So one does link to the other as well.
Excellent. I was just showing the website
Yeah,
here so people
awesome.
can
Yep.
take a look and see
Yep.
all of the events.
Yep, and that's a great little video clip on there that actually you had done for us last year, but
Oh,
it
yeah,
just
yeah.
kind of brings everything together
Mhm.
as to what we do. And
Mhm.
I see that picture is actually of the high school band,
Yes.
who is fabulous about
They're
coming in
wonderful,
for us
yes.
every year, and they play outside. God love them.
Mm-hmm. Matthew, led by Matthew Eaton from the high school. Yeah.
Yes, they
Yeah.
come in every year, and
Mhm.
then we have our delivery from the fire department every year. So it's just, it's so much fun. The kids are like, it's just like the best part of the whole weekend, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, lots of fun.
Yeah, so there's something for everybody, whether you're young or older, love Christmas, or maybe loathe Christmas, but you like to shop and have a beer
There you go.
and enjoy some music. I think we all kind of fluctuate in between loving and loathing, but
I know, but it's so this is something that I hope people attend, because our number one request during the block party this past August was, where is the bear tent?
There's the bear tent. Yep. Heard
so-
that probably 1,000 times
Everyone.
that day. Yep.
So I was like, okay, well, we'll see what we can do for you. And it's kind of like a unique concept, because it's not going to be warm out. We know
Right,
that.
right.
Now the tent will be heated to some degree, but I just think that the whole, premise of it is going to be fun.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I mean, so it won't be a balmy 80 degrees in there, but
No.
it'll be warm enough to enjoy.
It'll be warm enough to enjoy, and I'm not expecting you're going to stay there for 4 hours,
Right, yeah.
obviously. So, come and have some fun and go see the trees.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, that's going to be a great event. It always is. It has been. And this is obviously, like we said, the 10th anniversary for this festival. So
Yes.
you've made it bigger and better than ever before, with lots of cool new things, as well as the traditional stuff that's been there. And of course, the man and lady in red will be there for photos. That was insane last year. The line for him was nuts. I mean, I was like blown away. They were outside the door, wrapped around the building. I mean, it was crazy.
I know. Well, we have a beautiful setup, and
Yes, you do.
that's the nice part about it, is not only do you get your child to go and see Santa, but the setting that it's in is just, it's beautiful. So it makes a great Christmas card if you're looking to do that
Right,
while
yeah,
you're there.
yeah. The only thing, it totally reminded me of A Christmas Story.
Yes.
The only thing we were missing was the slide for them to
slide.
like kick them down.
Our Santa's nice, though.
He is. He's very nice. He's a very nice Santa. Will it be the same gentleman?
No,
this year?
actually, we have a new Santa this season.
Okay.
So,
'Cause he was
but
wonderful
He
last
was
year.
wonderful last
Yeah.
year. But our interaction with our new is going to be just as fabulous.
Mhm.
Plus, we have the addition of a Mrs. Claus, which is kind of a new element, but I think
Right,
it's
yeah.
very homey. So
Yeah.
it goes well with our event.
It adds a nice sweetness to the
Yes,
whole thing. Yeah,
exactly.
yeah. Very cool.
Yeah.
Excellent. So if you want to get more information on that, tyngsboroughRec.com. Yeah, .com, right?
Yeah,
.com.
Tyngsborough.com.
We forget sometimes they're orgs.
I know,
and
it's
sometimes
not
they're
org, yeah.
Yeah. So TingsboroughRec.com, Tyngsborough spelled out the long way. And you can find out about all the other things that happen at Tyngsborough Rec as well. There's all kinds of events, and you have the sports and all that stuff
Right.
as well, and the parks and trails and things like that. Not
Yeah.
the trails, but the parks. But then, of course, the Festival of Trees, which is the big one. This is the 10th anniversary, so definitely come down. There's lots of really cool new events that are available to folks, whether you're young or old. Of course, we'll see the man and lady in red, but there's a really cool, the Ice House. I think that's going to be the talk of the festival, my guess anyways.
I think so. Well,
yeah.
because it's going to be new, so
Mhm.
it'll be something to at least take in a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, so very cool. We appreciate all the work you do. Congratulations again on your award from the Steve Jones Award.
Thank you very much.
That was very nice to
Thank
see that.
you.
See you get that award. Very well done.
Thanks.
And with that, folks, I am going to wrap it up. I don't have much else to tell you other than the fact that I won't be here next week for the news. Do tune in possibly Friday for a special broadcast, provided the weather cooperates with us. It hasn't been lately, but we'll see. It's been a little crazy. So, but yeah, I will be off next Monday, so there will be no news next week. But unless something crazy happens and then they tell me I need to put something out, then maybe I'll do something on Monday from home or something. But so I'll be on vacation anyways. I'll be on assignment. So I will see you probably Friday, but I will definitely see you guys on the weekend. If you come out to the festival, I'll be around taking pictures, so feel free to stop and say hi. Yeah, don't forget to go to the festival. All the information's at the website, tyngsboroughRec.com, and you can also go to the Facebook page and get a bunch of other information there. And like the page, because as you post things, you'll see some of these posts, so you can kind of keep abreast of what's coming up at the festival.
Right.
Cool. Anything else you want to add, Allison, before we wrap it up?
I think that's it. Obviously, just contact us if you have any questions. We'll get right back to you. Yeah.
And give us the dates one more time for the festival.
So it begins on, well, it depends. So it begins on Friday, November 29th. Sorry, November 30th is when we open the doors publicly. On the Thursday prior, the 29th, is actually the Canvas Roadshow workshop. So technically that is open, but it's not open for tree viewing. So I'm going to say November 30, which is Friday, December 1 and 2.
Okay.
Yep.
There you go, folks. Again, any questions, tyngsboroughRec.com or the Facebook page, Festival of Trees, or you can contact Allison Page here at Town Hall, and she'll be happy to answer any of your questions. And you're still looking for volunteers, I imagine, too?
Oh, volunteers are huge. We would love you to volunteer, even if it was just, we have basically 2-hour time slots. If you could fill in a time slot for us, that would be fabulous.
There you go.
Yeah.
So you can help out the rec department, and you can also volunteer a little bit of, or have a little fun after the fact. So yeah, spend a little time doing that.
Yeah.
Very cool. Excellent. So lots of ways you can help out, and obviously lots of things you can come down and see. So with that said, folks, I hope you all have a excellent weekend. It's going to be supposedly supposed to be kind of nice. There might be a flurry or something like that, but whatever. We already have 8 inches on the ground, so who cares at this point? But it's going to be nice. Don't forget, again, I'm going to be off next week, so no Monday news. As always, you can watch this broadcast if you probably already been watching it, but you can watch it on Facebook, YouTube, Comcast 8, Verizon 29, and TingsboroughMay.gov. And don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. That really helps us get this stuff out to the broader audience so that everybody can watch and know what's going on here in the town of Tyngsborough. That does it for me and Allison. We're gonna take off now. I hope you guys have a great weekend again, and I will see you all next time. Bye, everybody.